Hello everyone. It's an honor to be with you all to learn together again. We will have fun studying the following contents together. 1. Greed will be led by a visible or invisible rope all day long. Greed can make you satisfied and comfortable forever, but you will always be led by it to be comfortable. That is to say, if it does not lead you, you will not have comfortableness. While you are being led by the rope, you should know that this is the consequence of greed. You will always be led by it. The 8 sufferings and afflictions are all lined up in that area. You have to suffer them all. You are led by the visible or invisible rope all day long, even to the abyss, but you are still going forward. You have to go forward even though you know, and you are looking at it, because you had to go forward, it's holding you. When you see, hear, or feel to trigger the habit, it is called visible. When you don't see, hear, or feel and the habits burst out on their own, it is called invisible. 2. The great benefit of cherishing the good advisor. A thought of cherishing the good advisor, like protecting our eyes, even if the good knowledge does not speak the Dharma, it is much more superior than how to learn by ourselves, how to ask, than how to speak, and how to demonstrate the Dharma by the good advisor. It can cross the barrier of Dharma and even all barriers. Because cherishing the good advisor is a key that can open the door to obstacles, and even all the doors to attain goodness. Cherishing the good advisor to the limit is that all your words are good words, that all your beatings of me are good, even that if now all of a sudden you say that shit is delicious, then I will promise to go to eat it. This cherishing the good advisor also falls within the scope of veneration and respect, and is far beyond veneration and respect. According to the Buddhist scriptures, it is called like protecting your own eyes. That is to say, the more you cherish the good advisor, the greater it is than your offerings. That is, cherishing the good advisor is greater than your offerings. The good advisor is a great living treasure, a great treasure. The more you ask, the more you have. The more you dig, the more you have. Even if you don't ask or dig, the more you cherish him, the greater it is, the more it is, the better it is, the more extraordinary it is for you. It is a true proof that if all bodhisattvas make good use of their minds, they will gain all the excellent and wonderful training and results. So I vow that I and all sentient beings, with equaling thusness, will cherish the teacher Beni and all his teachings, cherish all the Buddhas and all their teachings, and will all cherish all good advisors as if they were protecting their own eyes. 3. If you use your mind skillfully, you can obtain excellent and wonderful training and results. Remember, sometimes, if you use your mind skillfully, you can gain excellent and wonderful training and results, and that is not a lie. Every little bit of it comes from how you use your mind. For example, if you use the mind of afflictions, if you use the mind of wisdom, or if you use the mind that can attain benefits or something from others. There is another kind of mind that, after you finish using it, you will lose what you should have gained. For example, the mind of arrogance, the antagonistic mind, like the one that some people often engage in. Sometimes it scares me. Why do I not dare to say anything? I don't dare to say anything. Because once she confronts, she will have to spit out easily what she has already gained. I vow that all sentient beings, with equaling thusness, will apply their minds skillfully in every little bit, and that they will be primarily guided by wisdom to obtain all the wonderful and subtle training and results quickly, and that they will not firmly have to be antagonistic and be in arrogance to make them have to spit out the goodness that they should have gotten. Thank you for your patience in listening. See you next time.
Teachings of the Mentor. Do it honestly. Do it honestly. It's useless and meaningless for people who are good at making ideas, making small calculations, and trying to understand everything. Buddhism cannot tolerate the slightest falsehood, the slightest self-righteousness, and the slightest chance of luck. If you take a look at it, read it, think about it, you will know, we sentient beings have too much of this self-righteousness, this opportunistic mentality. There are many things that you cannot understand now, but you just do them, and you are bound to achieve them while you are doing them. You can't understand anything if you think you understand it. For example, when we study mathematics, physics and chemistry, all of which have been achieved through countless efforts by our predecessors, we always think that we will learn them after we have understood their highest state. The highest state of it is that once you have built up every little bit of it, you will naturally have the highest state of it. If you don't know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if you don't know how to add, subtract, multiply and divide, if you don't know how to do algebra, if you want to know the highest realm of calculus, it will never be possible. Just go ahead, and you will have it. At that time, you will have that state. You don't have to know. You don't have to think about it. You know everything. For another example, if you use a computer now, if you don't learn it at the beginning, you always want to figure out all the principles of the computer, the principles of software and hardware, and the state after the operation. You don't really learn how to use it. Just want to know, then you never know. If there is such a person, he doesn't want to know anything. That is, if you teach him how to use a mouse, he can use it, and if you teach him how to type, he can type. Over time, he has a good understanding of computer software and hardware. He naturally possesses this state. So what is realm? Just like a person who is very proficient in typing, how to type that word, he typed it directly without even thinking about it. This is called realm, and there is no need to think about it. Now you want to use thinking to experience this state. The state is not imagination, not measurement. I confess my sins and sorrows in all times and places, and I confess them on behalf of all sentient beings, who often think they are right, who always take chances, and who are so fond of devious ideas, so fond of small calculations, so fond of opportunism, that they call it understanding before they do it. I vow that all sentient beings will obey their teachers and Buddhist teachings without doubt, and will do so honestly. Just do it, and as they do so, they will surely achieve. Just go ahead, go forward, and the work will come to fruition. With great joy and confidence, great courage and diligence, not chaotic and single-minded, and become a part of oneself and generate wisdom. Ingeniously fit the foundation of all sentient beings. The perfection of kindness, compassion, joy and giving boundlessly, rescue and protect all sentient beings actively.
The Path Back to the Family of the Thus Come One Author. Grace Series. After following Reverend Yu to learn for a while, I gradually found my action, speech was not in the right way. Thus, I cultivated according to the Buddha's teachings and the leading and inspiring of Reverend Yu. During the period of China, I could not always log in Facebook. In that case, I just posted it after a bit longer translation. One day, from the Facebook, I found the account with the image of the kind mentor. I immediately added him as my friend with his admission. However, I dared not speak with him because I felt I was humble and was not qualified to speak with him. I thought to myself, how can I talk to such an amazing monk? Hence, I just left it as it was and kept silent. When summer vacation came, after admission of Reverend Yu, I took that opportunity to attend and make offerings to her. While during the time of Dharma delivery, often there were so many noises from dogs, cats, chickens, ducks and neighbors around Reverend Yu's abode, which disturbed the Dharma preaching and Dharma learning. Therefore, it occurred to me that I could ask Reverend Yu to stay in my abode and it was quiet there. In such a way, I and the people in Vietnam could do the offerings and took care of her so that she could do the Dharma preaching attentively. With this thought, I visited her and begged her to come to Vietnam in this way. After permission of the kind mentor, Reverend Yu was advised to visit Vietnam for benefiting the beings there. I came back to Vietnam for welcome preparation first and then could lead an assembly to pick up her in the airport. The long-awaited day had come and we were ready at the airport to meet Reverend Yu. She walked out from the hall with a graceful figure, pure and approachable. Her joyful mindset, smiling face, graceful behavior, awesome air pleased the assembly here a lot. They come up around Reverend Yu as if they had seen again their own mothers after a long separation. Some of them moved to tears like babies after seeing their mothers. After getting back from the airport, Reverend Yu was arranged to stay in a laity's home and was invited to take the specialties of Vietnam in a restaurant. Her every elegant movement attracted my attention and I shadowed it accordingly. On the next day, there was an activity of relieving lives of animals in a temple of Ho Chi Minh City. Reverend Yu took part in it and then visited the abbot there. During these activities, Reverend Yu's respect and reverence to temples, Buddha images and monks was so wonderful and impressed. While within the religious atmosphere of Vietnam, there was never a person who could show respect in such a humble way. She behaved in way of qualified disciple of Buddhas, humble, respectful and noble. From the activities such as bowing to the Buddha images, talking with monks or laities, to even every movement like having meal, walking, speaking and smiling, etc., which brought the assembly of joy, compassion, attraction and feeling of approachable. On the first day, Reverend Yu demonstrated to us the wisdom of good effects on good conditions that she usually taught us. When communicating, we needed to be with joyful mindset, smiling face, gentle words and graceful behaviors. At that time, we could see and feel in person from Reverend Yu's manifestation, which awakened me and could correct me. I become more resolute and joyful in Reverend Yu and Buddha's teachings. To be continued.
43. Procedure and order of business. 1. The procedure to be followed at a committee meeting must be determined from time to time by the committee. 2. The order of business may be determined by the members present at the meeting. 3. Only the business from which the meeting is convened may be considered at a special meeting. Thank you.